Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome, everybody, to the CBD Talk podcast. This is episode number 47. And today we are joined by our first massage therapist guest. This is Amanda James from Botanical Bodywork. How are you doing today, Amanda?
I'm doing great. Super excited.
Oh, I'm glad to have you here. I have heard a lot about people working with cannabis oil in massage, so I'm excited about this. But first, how about tell us a little bit about how you decided to choose a cannabis based oil to work with massage?
Well, my first introduction with CBD was actually at a farmer's market, and they had a big old sign saying CBD. So I was like, pain relief. Okay, let's go see. And they gave me a little bit of a sample, and they're like, put it on an area that you have pain, and then walk around, and then come back and buy some if it works. I was like, okay. Well, my wrist always hurt doing massage for almost 8 years at that point. And so I put a little bit on my wrist, and I can feel it within 3 minutes that the pain had just subsided. My hands just felt normal. So I went back and I bought a jar of their CBD and asked a few of my regulars if I could use it on them. And it was just amazing. Like their knots would melt. And also they noticed that my pressure wasn't as intense. They're like, I can tell that there's a knot there. I can tell that you're pushing, but it doesn't hurt like it normally does whenever you're working out a knot. So I was like, yes, because my goal is to leave you as relaxed as possible. I don't want you to leave being my massage therapist beat me up. I want you to leave massage drunk and relaxed.
Massage drunk and relaxed. I like that. That's awesome.
And that's exactly what it feels like. You're a little wooey and just, it's great. So I used that company for a little over a year. I didn't use it in big doses because it did have other chemicals in it that I wasn't too excited about. I try to keep everything as pure as possible because you don't want to put anything on your skin that you wouldn't eat because it does seep through your skin into your digestive system. You're absorbing everything. So I did a little bit more research and I actually ended up taking a cannabis massage class with Jordan Person. She's wonderful, super informative. She used to be a nurse. So everything is super scientific, made me super happy. And then I got in contact with a CBD isolate supplier, and I started making my own products. So that way I could eliminate all of the bad stuff that I didn't want in my products. And it's worked amazingly well. And I even started adding some full plant extract that I've done myself, where I go and buy some cannabis and I turn it into oil and include that plus the CBD. Sorry.
That's okay.
Plus the CBD.
We love pets.
Yeah. In order to get that 1:1 ratio that works the absolute best with cannabinoids.
That's great. And so other than using it in massage, have you tried using it for, since your pet just barked, have you used it with your dog?
I haven't used it with my animals yet.
Mm-hmm.
My big one is starting to get a little bit arthritic. I can see him moving a little bit slower.
Yeah.
So I've thought about it, but I need to do more research on the dosage for that.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly I've just been focused on the massage aspect and the clients because there's just so much information.
Oh, gosh. And there's still so much to learn on top of it. Yeah. As much as we learn, there's 100 times more that we're going to be learning within the next few years, at least.
Exactly.
So
I'm really excited to live in Colorado where it's legal and we can do more research.
Yeah. We are one of the lucky places, that is for sure. So on your website, let's talk about your website. Botanicalbodywork.com, is it?
Botanicbodywork.com. Yes.
Botanic Bodywork. Oh, so yes. Did I spell that wrong? Is it Botanic or Botanical, your company?
Botanic. Ends with a C.
All right, guys. You are going to see me right now change this. So this would be live editing, taking this out so that I don't have the name wrong. Okay. So tell me, you have a tab in on your website, botanicbodywork.com, that talks about the cannabis massage. And you mentioned in there the endocannabinoid system. So how about you give us a little primer on that?
Okay, so our endocannabinoid system is like our hormones in our body. It's like our lymphatic system. It's just another system that is fairly new. So that's why you don't really see it in any anatomy books just yet. But it has been discovered for a while. It's been around for many, many years that we've known about it. But with the stigma against cannabis already, they've been able to keep it on the down low. So these cannabinoids, whenever we're ingesting cannabis, they mimic the endocannabinoids that our bodies naturally produce. One of the main ones is anandamide, which is also known as the Bliss Molecule. And that gets released most with a runner's high. So if you've ever heard of anyone that really likes running to get to that point where they feel that runner's high, it's the same type of high if you had smoked cannabis, because it mimics that molecule. It's pretty similar in its molecular structure. And the funny thing is people that are naturally high in anandamide don't really like cannabis because they already have it in their system. But most of us are deficient in the anandamide, and so that's why it can help the majority of the people.
Yes, thank you for that. So, with respect to using it the way you do it with the massage, how about you talk a little bit about the receptors in the body?
Well, the receptors, we have CB1 receptors all over our bodies, inside and outside on our skin. We also have CB2 receptors that pop up. I could be saying it back.
Yeah, a little bit backwards. Yeah, the CB2 receptor.
Yeah, the CB1 are more
Uh-huh.
plentiful whenever you have an injury. So you're going to absorb the cannabinoids better in a site of injury, be it from surgery or overworking those muscles, or really any type of injury.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why CBD during massage helps so much, is because you can get it into the skin, into the muscles, where it doesn't have to go through your lungs. It doesn't have to go through your digestive system if you do edibles. It's just straight into the muscle, and you don't get high, but you do notice the added relaxation.
Yeah.
I haven't had anyone have trouble driving after a massage, any more so than normal.
I was going to say any more so than normal, because yeah. I know after a massage it can be,
I do
like you said, drunk massage.
If we're going.
So yeah, some people don't realize that you do have receptors in your skin, and so that oil that you're putting on them just helps to bring that CBD into their system and help balance their, create that whole homeostasis that the endocannabinoid system is kind of known for, or that we're learning about. So
that we're getting there.
Yeah. So what are some specific things that you have found that using CBD in a massage oil that it has helped with, like skin conditions, pain, certain inflammation? What have you found as a practitioner that it works really well on?
It works really well, like I talked about those muscle knots. It helps loosen those because it's an antispasmodic. So it automatically relieves those spasms without me having to dig an elbow in or anything. As long as I'm able to put a little bit of pressure, for the most part, it'll just spasm and release, and it's just like melting your muscles. It's amazing. It also helps people that are having insomnia issues if they're not able to sleep. I do sell my CBD to clients, and they'll put it on their feet every night, and they're like, that's the best sleep I've ever had. I also use in my salves, I add some more terpenes, since that is a lot of what the benefits come from.
Yes.
So I add some essential oils to just lift that terpene value and get just a little bit more benefit. All about it. Let's see, what else? I did almost a case study. We had to change her medicines a little bit too much for it to be a legitimate case study, but I had a client with multiple sclerosis,
Mm-hmm.
and I did the first massage with her. I used just my oils without any CBD or cannabis at all.
Mm-hmm.
And she noticed a good benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Massage is great for muscles. And then the next one, I used CBD only, and she noticed a little bit better. And then the third one was whenever I included the full plant extract plus the CBD. And I asked her to describe what it felt like. And she's like, I'm having a good MS day, is what it feels like. She's like, I was able to lift up onto my bad arm without even realizing that I was lifting on my bad arm. I was able to lift my foot without pulling it to me. I was like, that's so exciting. So I sold her some of myself, and she backed off on how many massages she's come to see me because she's able to take care of her muscles on her own, and it's just wonderful. So that's the most benefit that I've seen.
That has to just make you feel like $1 million. There's no price tag you can put on that. Yeah, that is.
That's the thing. Like, I love people to come to get massages, but I don't want you to have to need me. I'm going to try to give you the tools in between our massages, so that way you're feeling great in between. And CBD, since it works on the homeostasis, dealing with balance, it's just so great.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Have you noticed any difference in the condition of people's skin while you're using it?
That's a hard question to answer, because I've started using, instead of coconut oil, I started using sunflower oil with the CBD. And sunflower oil is known to be really good for skin. So yes, my clients their skin is getting better and less blemishes, but I can't contribute it straightly to the CBD since I am using the sunflower oil, which is really good.
Got it. I do know of some people who have actually just put the tincture oil on sores and burns and things like that, and that it has been helpful. So,
Good.
yeah, and actually, my ex with his psoriasis just completely cleared it up. So that's always a plus.
Psoriasis, eczema, back knee, it's great.
Yeah, definitely.
Your body wants to be balanced.
Yeah, it really does.
It just lets it happen.
It really does. So tell me more about, I hadn't heard about I've heard about the insomnia, how it helps with insomnia with respect to taking like a tincture before going to bed. So tell me a little bit about putting the salve on the feet and how that works out.
So I like putting it on the feet and the hands. The best for the feet is you put socks on afterwards, so that way you're absorbing the most. Don't really know the specific science as to why the feet more so than the rest of the body. I just know in my past experience that has helped the most. And even my boyfriend had surgery a few months ago, and during the initial injury, he tore his ACL.
Ow!
I was covering that in straight full extract CBD just to get him some relief to help him sleep. And he did notice a difference on that as well. So it's just all around good.
Yeah.
The CBDs, which is relieves anxiety, which a lot of the reason that we have insomnia is because we just can't switch off. Our body's just constantly going.
Good point.
So it helps shut off those endorphins that want you to keep going.
Yeah, that's a good point. It is really great for anxiety. And yeah, so as you're laying there in bed going over the 50 things that you wish you had done different that day. Or the 50 things that you think.
Every single word that you said.
Exactly. Oh, we don't do that, no.
Oh, yeah. On anxiety brain.
So have you come up with any resistance with respect to using it?
I actually have. I've had 2 clients that one of them I was able to provide too deep of a pressure of a massage for her, because since I'm absorbing it as well, I'm able to go deeper since my hands aren't as sore. And so she's like, oh, you did a little bit too deep. I was a little bit too sore for too many days. I was like, okay, cool. We'll pull back on the dosage. And then the other client, I think that she's naturally high in anandamide because she's like, I just felt tired for a few hours. I was like, okay, well, then maybe cannabis isn't for you.
Yeah.
So
And that's
That's
the
fine.
thing
Good
is,
for you. You have it naturally occurring. Awesome.
exactly, and everyone is different. We're all of our bodies are different, but it's the same thing if you're using any type of product,
Yeah,
it's
any
not
type of
just,
medicine, any
yeah.
type of anything, food, we're
Mm-hmm.
discovering more and more allergies affects our mood. So
Mm-hmm.
it's trial and error for all things. So that's why
Definitely.
feedback is so important. Got to
Yeah.
know how your body responds.
So, what if you could tell people anything? Is there something specific that you really want people to know about this plant?
Um, that it is a plant just like lavender, just like peppermint. We know that those have medicinal purposes. So don't be afraid of the stigma just because it's federally illegal, just because, all of these reefer magna stigmas are attached to it. Do the research, look a little bit into it, and realize that it's a plant just like any other plant.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And, peppermint's not illegal.
Exactly. Peppermint and lavender, they sell them everywhere.
Yes,
So
exactly.
just
Exactly. And do you have anything that, how about you give your business a plug real quick so that people know more about you?
yeah, so Botanic Bodywork, I have two locations, Greenwood Village and then one in Parker. The Greenwood Village location actually just hired a new therapist, so I am a two-therapist shop. And you can go online, you can schedule online with me. Whenever you schedule a time, that is your therapy time. So if you're booking an hour, you will be on my table for an hour. So be prepared for that whenever you're dealing with scheduling. I know a lot of spas book on the hour, so you don't really get that much time. I am a results-based practice, so you'll see that my services are based off of the results that you want, more so the modalities that I provide. Because a lot of people, you'll see the Swedish or deep tissue. Well, I blend all of my modalities together because I can't separate them. If I have a
Yeah.
client that needs something, I'm going to do it for them.
Hmm.
So that's why I've done it based off of results instead of modality.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate you coming on today. I had um, confused a time zone overseas for an interview this morning, and so Amanda was kind enough to, at a moment's notice, off the top of her head, jump on and spend some time with us this morning. So thank you so much, Amanda. I really appreciate it. Everybody, check out Botanic Bodywork. We appreciate the information that you gave us and how cannabis can work in a massage as well. So
Awesome. Thank you so much.
thanks. Okay, everybody, we'll see you next time. Stay happy and stay healthy.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.